Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to another episode of SeaBed. So let's jump right back in. I climbed the staircase of the western wing to the third floor and continued down the corridor, careful not to let my slippers make any sound. I could see the light coming from the gap in the corner room's door. I walked over to the door and swiftly opened it. I'm back, Kozue! Kozue raised her head from the book she was reading on her new bed and gave me an indignant glare. I think I'll start locking my room. Jeez, is that how you thank me for looking for your stuff? Kozue's gaze wandered for a second, but soon returned to me. So, did you find anything? Don't tell me you've forgotten! I sat down on the chair by the bed. There was nothing in your old room, unfortunately. I see. Mayuko said she checked it, but didn't find anything either. You can forget about it then. Kozue turned a page in her book. Wasn't it important, though? It's not something I can't live without. How come it took you hours to check a single room? Oh, excuse me. Were you worried about me? No. You may be saying that, but I bet you wanted to check up on me. You were just too embarrassed to actually do it, and then you were worried we might end up walking past each other. How on earth could you arrive at that conclusion? I bet I could get a PhD just from examining how your head works. I could be your assistant. Kozue snorted and returned her gaze to the book. Whatever. This is getting dumb. Glancing out the window, I saw the mountains under the dark blue sky. The lights of the port town sparkled gently below them. The view's a lot better from the third floor. If you have no more business with me, I would appreciate it if you left. Mayuko said dinner is going to be ready soon, and I was wondering if you'd care to join us on the first floor. I see. Go ahead without me. I'll go call Sanai. Kozue, who had been descending the spiral staircase in front of me, turned around and nodded. Takako! I heard a voice as I was about to knock on Sanai's door on the second floor. I turned in its direction, spotting Sanai at the end of the corridor. Were you looking for me? I came to invite you to dinner! Oh, she came closer to me. Can I come dressed like this? Yeah! Okay then. Sanai and I descended the stairs to the lobby. Kozue was there playing with the planet model on the counter. I thought you'd already left. You never told me where to go. The dining room, like always. Okay. Sorry, I should have told you. It doesn't matter. Kozue regarded me with sleepy eyes. Follow me! I turned back to the corridor and continued to the east wing. As I started humming, Sanai asked what kind of song it was. It's something I heard a long time ago. Looking at Kozue just now reminded me of it. It has a nice melody. The stars, the moon, and the earth all go round and round. As I opened the door at the end of the west corridor, I found Mayuko placing plates from the service cart onto the table. Need help? I'm almost done anyway, so better just wait at your seat. In a room about twice the size of our bedrooms, there was a long table with 3 chairs on 2 of its longer ends. The many windows on the wall opposite the corridor gave all who'd enter a wide view of the inner yard and the big camphor tree in its center. I lowered myself into the chair near the windows. Mayuko, after finishing lining up the plates, sat down next to me. Sanai and Kozue seated themselves in front of us. Excuse me, guys. Let's dig in! With those words, we grabbed our chopsticks and began filling our plates. The dinner consisted of takikomi rice, chicken and mushroom sauté, SeaBed. I could never pronounce that word. I know what it is, but yeah, you guys know what that is, I'm sure. A salad with white sauce. Do we have any pepper, Mayuko? We do. She lifted off a small wooden jar from the service cart. What do you want to put in it? Or, what do you want to put it on? The fish? But I've already seasoned that. It's okay, it becomes even better with more pepper. I tilted the pepper jar above my piece of sea bass. The pepper got into my nose. Oh gosh. Mayuko was looking at me with a difficult expression. Come on. Come on. Pepper is the treasure of human civilization. Back in ancient times, it was worth its weight in gold. I'd use the entire bottle if I could. That cost 300 yen at the supermarket, though. I'm glad to have been born in the modern age. The fragrant smell of sauté reminded me of how hungry I was. I gobbled down everything on my plate in a matter of seconds. You eat fast, said Kozue. I move around a lot, so I get hungry fast. You might get indigestion from wolfing down your food like that. It's okay, I always eat like this. I glanced at Mayuko's plate and saw how she still had a good chunk of her meal left. Is there more? No, that's all we had for today. Darn! We don't go outside as much now that it's gotten cold, and it's easy to overeat during parties, so this is just the right amount to help us stay in shape. Are you saying I got fat? No. This is for everyone's health. I don't care about my weight. I'd rather eat more. You can have this if you want. Sanai pushed her rice bowl toward me. You sure? No. Takako's diet already contains too many carbohydrates. Growth hormones secretion decreases when you sleep if your blood sugar level is too high, and you end up not feeling as rested as you should. Really? Yes. You shouldn't eat any more today. She handed me a white cup with coffee. I drew the cup to my lips and took a sip. The bitter taste extended across my tongue, eliminating the aftertaste from the other dishes. I noticed Kozue staring at me with absent eyes. What? Or rather, her eyes seemed to be gazing at something behind me. I turned around to see my own face reflected in the glass, and then vaguely made out the camphor trees swaying in the darkened inner yard. Did you see something there? No. Did you remember my Christmas tree? Sanai, gulping down the takikomi rice, raised her face as well. It was really beautiful. We should have taken a picture. We could do that next time. Let's have a group picture and hang it up in the lobby. Now there's a good idea, said Mayuko. I felt my throat dry and took another sip of coffee. Oh, coffee sounds so good right now. Mayuko elegantly picked up the last mushroom of her sauté with her chopsticks and then put it in her mouth. Are you familiar with glass stones, Mayuko? You mean those things that you could find lying on the beach? Yeah! Sanai said she's never seen one. Sanai nodded as both of our gazes fell on her. I suggested we all go to the beach when it gets warmer. To swim? That's nice too, but I'd first have to teach Sanai. I doubt she knows how to swim. Are you serious? Sanai asked in a heavy tone. It's okay, I'm an expert at swimming. That's not what I meant. Sanai tilted her head down, making her hair hide her eyes from us. What do you think, Kozue? I don't like swimming in the sea. Why? The water feels sticky and it makes me sick. How about we go fishing then? No thanks. After diligently cleaning her plate, Kozue placed her chopsticks on the table. Kozue, would you prefer tea or coffee? Tea. Oh, I guess that was Mayuko, whatever. Mayuko took out a teacup from the service cart, filled it up with tea, then handed it to me. I took it from her hands and placed it in front of Kozue. So, what else could we do if neither swimming nor fishing works for you guys? Why do you want to go to the beach anyway? I just do. Mayuko, what else is there to do at the beach? Well, you could build sandcastles or play beach volleyball. I've never done it myself, though. She made a faint smile. I suppose you could also hold a barbecue. That sounds good. I could catch all the fish on the spot. Are we talking about fishing again? I could catch them with my bare hands if that's what you'd prefer. I menacingly grabbed the air with my right hand, pretending to be some kind of woodland predator. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Kozue? Fireworks. Oh, that's good! We could do that when it grows dark. Let's buy a lot! Just know that rockets are too dangerous, so I'm not allowing those. Then what fireworks are okay? Don't tell me we'll have to make do with sparklers! Anything that's sold in a store except the ones that leave pillars of flames. Does that include parachute fireworks? Well, parachute fireworks are probably okay. What's that? Kozue cocked her head to the side. It's a type of firework that has a parachute inside. After it explodes, the parachute comes gliding down. That's right. Running around and trying to catch those things is a hallmark experience of summer. The last time I did that, all my parachutes got swept above the sea and I couldn't retrieve them. I'm not going to repeat that same mistake again. Just be careful not to fall in the sea, okay? I won't do that. I'm not a kid anymore. You act plenty childish from where I stand, Kozue remarked. Speaking of the sea, said Mayuko almost at the same time. I heard this when I was buying groceries, but apparently a steamship going around the world will be making a stop at our port sometime soon. A steamship? The grandpa from our usual cafe said it was a huge steamship. I didn't know people still use such ancient technology. They do in the West, apparently. Traveling around the world, huh? I wish I could do that too. We could go have a look when it's here. Maybe we'll even get to hold those colored tapes. I'm not boarding it, said Kozue as Sanai silently placed her chopsticks on the table. Aww. Sanai and Kozue returned to their rooms after dinner. Mayuko, busy washing the dishes in the kitchen, spotted me as I brought over the leftover plates and proceeded to thank me. Where should I put them? Just put them in the sink. Kay! I had placed them down with a low clang. Mayuko picked up one of the plates and began brushing a bubbling sponge against it. After finishing the 4 sets of plates in a couple of minutes and placed them on the drying rack. Or she finished, whatever. Though she seemed to only be lightly washing the plates, I had yet to see a single spot on any of the ones I ate from. There was something relieving about how she worked. Maybe I just got used to the sight. Need help? I'm almost done. It's already late, so you should go to bed. I see. I turned around before reaching the kitchen door and faced Mayuko's back. What is it? Mayuko asked without looking at me. I'll sleep in my own room tonight. Okay. Good night, then. Good night. I lay down on my futon and closed my eyes, but realized I wasn't sleepy. There was something bothering me. I remembered how I saw Sachiko in Kozue's room. I wanted to meet her again, but I didn't know what to do to achieve that. I turned on the desk lamp and picked up the notebook. There were only a few pages left now. September 24th, 1975. The rays of the sun filtered in through the marmalade-colored western window of the kindergarten, elongating the shadows of the three of us inside. All the other children had already had their parents come pick them up. Meanwhile, we were still playing doctor. Takako was the doctor, Nagasaki was the patient, and I held a book that was supposed to be a medical record and stared at them. Takako was investigating the condition of Nagasaki's belly. Does a stethoscope have a right and wrong side? Takako turned to me. You're holding it correctly. I see. She took the stethoscope off and put it on the table. There was a whole lineup of toy medical tools on it, all to be used as part of the game. Takako looked over them for a second, and after a brief moment of hesitation, "What is this?" She picked up a spatula used to hold down the tongue. The nurse is looking. I turned around and saw the nurse looking our way. She picked up a plush bunny we left on the floor earlier and put it back into its box. Was she looking at us? Yes. You seem to be a very untrustworthy doctor. I fear for your future patients if you ever actually became one. Ugh! I think Nagasaki's better at it than you, Takako. Okay, we can switch if you want. I put the book that was supposed to be the medical record, and took the stethoscope from Takako's hands. Then I lifted up Nagasaki and placed her on my knees. So, where does it hurt? I voiced a question in a mature tone. I ate a poisoned apple, just like in the story we read today. In that case, can you please show me your stomach? Okay. Takako pulled up her shirt, exposing her naked belly. I used Nagasaki's hand to guide the stethoscope to it. Alright, turn around now. Takako did as ordered, pantomiming a spinning chair. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with your lungs. Okay, let's take a look at your throat now. Takako spun her invisible chair again and opened her mouth. Open wide. Yeah, just like that. I pressed the spatula into Nagasaki's hand and used it to push Takako's tongue out of the way. You're good at opening your mouth. I can see all the way to your tonsils. The nurse told me to say the same thing. I have no idea what you're saying, though. Beginning to feel sleepy, I closed the book. I placed the notebook by the pillow and collapsed onto the bed on my back. That day, I had a dream of my past. A dream of a hot summer day. Chapter 6. Ooh, achievement unlocked, aquarium. A train heading far away. I could hear the cry of cicadas around me. The hot, humid air felt heavy on my skin. A row of large trees extended in front of me. There was a slide connected to a jungle gym, a swing, a tire half buried in the ground, and a sandbox. I turned around and saw a row of tall trees behind me. They reminded me of cedars, but their leaves are flat and big. There was a green fence behind them, and beyond that fence there was a wide, deep ditch. I couldn't see the bottom from here, but I could tell there was a river, roughly 5 meters deep, running through it. The park area was shaped like a shortcake, situated between the ditch and the road. I wonder if this is another dream. Whoa! Takako let out a shout as she dashed toward me. Aww! But that is all the time that I have for this episode, guys. So, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe. By subscribing, you're becoming part of a legacy. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.